Hi everybody, welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you a story. And I'm going to read you a story tonight about my favorite thing. I'm going to read you a story tonight about friends. Friends like you and me. Friends who do nice things for each other. And this book is called Two Good Friends. Two Good Friends. This is a story about Duck and Bear. And they find out that they always don't do the same thing. But what they do is be kind to each other as friends. And they end up doing something very special for their friend. And we need to get into this book and find out what it is. Are you ready to get into this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. Two Good Friends. Story by Judy Delton. Pictures by Giulio Maestro. Duck had cleaned his house. All his floors were waxed. All his furniture was polished. He was admiring his clean rooms when he heard a knock at the door. Wow, it looks like Duck worked really hard that day to clean his house. It was Bear. "Come in," said Duck. "But first, wipe your feet on the mat." Bear wiped his feet on the mat and went inside. Duck wants to be sure his house stays clean when Bear comes in. "Make yourself at home," said Duck. "Thank you, I will," said Bear, and he sat down in a tiny rocking chair. Then he put his feet on Duck's table. Oh no, Duck just cleaned that table. Duck reached for a newspaper and put it under Bear's feet. What do you have to eat?" "Nothing," said Duck. "Nothing?" asked Bear. "Today I cleaned my house," explained Duck. "I did not bake." Wow, Bear came over hungry. Duck was too busy cleaning to make any food. "Well, I have something," said Bear, and he reached into his pocket and took out 2 brownies. "Bear," said Duck, "you are spilling crumbs on my floor." And he reached for another newspaper and put it under Bear's chair. Uh-oh, Duck's very worried about his clean house. Bear looked at the newspaper. Then he looked at the 2 brownies. "Duck," he said, "you are a very good housekeeper. What good is a clean house if you have nothing to eat? Here, have a brownie." Bear and Duck each ate a brownie and spent the rest of the afternoon putting a puzzle together. Wow, they're having a lot of fun. The next day, Duck went to visit Bear. "Duck," said Bear, "how nice to see you. Come right in." Said Duck. "What smells so good?" Bear's got on a chef hat. Looked like he's been baking today. "I've been baking," said Bear, and he pointed to 2 honey cakes and 2 nut pies sitting on the table. "Brush the flour off a chair and sit down." Wow, Bear's baking, but his house is a mess. "Bear," said Duck, "I can't sit down, my feet are stuck." "Oh dear," said Bear, "that's the honey." Bear really has a messy house. "Would you like honey cake or nut pie?" he asked. "Nut pie," said Duck, who had finally managed to unstick his feet. "I've had enough honey for one day." "Okay," said Bear, and he cut 1 piece of nut pie for Duck and 1 for himself. May I have a plate?" asked Duck. "The plates are dirty," said Bear. "Well, then may I have a fork?" asked Duck. "The forks are dirty too," said Bear. He looked ashamed. "Bear," said Duck, "how do you expect me to eat?" "I'm sorry," said Bear, "but today I baked. I didn't clean the house or wash the dishes. Maybe you could use your wings. The pie will still taste good." Oh my. So Bear baked all day and didn't clean his house, and Duck cleaned all day and didn't bake. Duck and Bear each ate a piece of pie. When Duck finished, he licked the tips of his wings. "I must say, Bear, you are a terrible housekeeper, but your nut pie is the best I've ever tasted." Bear smiled. "Have another piece," he said. "Gladly," said Duck, and they each ate another piece. The next day, Bear went to Duck's house with a surprise. Duck was not home, but Bear went inside anyway. What do you think Bear is taking to Duck? He put 6 raspberry muffins on the table and wrote a note. "From Bear," it said. Then he went home. When Bear walked into his house, he was surprised. "I must be in the wrong house," he thought. His feet did not stick to the floor. His house is all clean. The dishes were washed and on the shelf. He did not see his name where he had written it on the floor, in the flower on the table. Instead, he saw a note from Duck. Oh, Duck went and cleaned Bear's house, and Bear took baked goods to Duck's house. They both helped each other with what they needed. "I must thank Duck," thought Bear. But just then there was a knock on the door. It was Duck. "Thank you for the muffins," said Duck. "I was so surprised, and it's not even my birthday." "And I have never seen my house so clean," said Bear. "I was surprised too." "We really are good friends," said Duck. "Yes," cried Bear. "Let's celebrate. Come in and have some cookies." "Oh, but first," added Bear, "wipe your feet on the mat." "Of course," said Duck, and he did. Wow, they were such good friends. Did you see what happened? Duck liked to clean his house, but he didn't have time to bake. Bear liked to bake, but he didn't have time to clean. And then they visit each other's house, and they realized that they do opposite things. So what did they do? Bear went to Duck's house and baked him something, and Duck went to Bear's house and cleaned up for him. They helped each other. They used their special talents to help their friend. What a great story. What a great idea. Wow, that's the kind of friend I want to be and the kind of friend I want to have. I want to be the kind of friend who thinks about my other friend and does nice things for them. I hope you're that kind of friend, because remember, Miss Dorothy tells you this all the time. In order to have friends, you need to be a good friend. That's from the Bible, so you know it's true and you know it's important. So if you want to be a good friend, if you want to have a friend, be a good friend. And if you see your friend needs something and you can do it for them, go ahead and do it, because that will make you a good friend. So I hope you'll remember that tomorrow when you're playing with your friends. Tonight, it's time for all my friends to get into bed. I need you to get under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And tomorrow, be a good friend. Be kind and helpful, and do something nice for someone else. And do something extra special nice for your mom and dad. What could it be? I know. Obey. And obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.